As today we're going to take a look at your Crunch the Numbers 3.4, calculating the unit price of your food to create a food budget. We are on page 13 of your notes, so if you want to grab that note packet and follow along, we are going to do a few example problems together. Recall from our notes yesterday, we learned the unit price is simply this price for a single unit of measurement of a product. This is going to be helpful because it's going to help us compare similar products and help us find the best value when grocery shopping. All right, there's a couple of different ways we can calculate the unit price, either by weight or by count. Let's take a look at these two examples. When we want to find the unit price of a 16-ounce box of noodles that costs $2.89, to calculate our unit price, we're always going to put the dollar amount in the numerator and divide by either the weight or the count. In this case, we are going to divide by the weight, and we're going to find out the cost per ounce. So 289 divided by 16 ounces gives us 18 cents per ounce. Now, when we want to find the unit price by count, we are going to do the same thing. We are going to take the cost of that product and divide by the number of items we're purchasing. For example, a 12-pack of Capri Sun pouches that cost $4.99 can be calculated by saying $4.99 divided by 12, and that's 42 cents per pouch. Now, oftentimes, this is going to help us because we want to compare costs. We want to get the best deal possible or the best value for our money. So in order to find the percent difference, we're always going to take the higher cost item, divide it by the lower cost item, and subtract 1. Then we'll multiply by 100, and this will give us our percentage rate at the difference between the high cost and the low cost. Let's do a few more examples here. In example 1, we got a 32-ounce bag of store brand chips that cost $3.65. Store brand would be like your generic items. A similar flavor and size of product made by a name brand company costs $4.25. So we're going to find the unit price of the store brand, and we're going to do this by unit price by ounce. So we'll take our cost of $3.65, we're going to divide that by 32, and that's going to give us our cost per ounce. When we do that, we're going to get 0.114, and I'm going to go to the nearest thousands here. Remember, it goes tens, hundreds, thousands, and that's going to give me my cost in dollars per ounce. Next, let's do the same thing for the unit price of our name brand. So our name brand item was $4.25. We're going to divide that by 32 ounces, and when we do that, we're going to get $0.133, in other words, 13 and 3/1000ths of a cent per ounce. All right, now part C asks how much more expensive in percent is the name brand item over the store brand item. So we're going to go back and we're going to take here's our store brand and here's our name brand cost for a single bag of chips, and we're going to divide that higher cost by the lower cost, and then we're going to subtract 1 from that. After doing that, we're going to multiply that by 100 to get our percentage. Okay, so when we do 425 divided by 365, that gives us 1.164, and again, I'm going to go out to 3 decimals. Then I need to subtract 1 from that. That's going to give me 0.164. Next, I'm going to multiply by 100 in order to get that percentage. Well, multiplying by 100 just asks me to move that decimal 2 places to the right, and that's going to give me 16.4%. In other words, that name brand item is 16.4% more than the store brand. All right, now who wants to pay 16.4% more every time they go grocery shopping? Not me. All right, let's look at example 2. You typically buy all of your groceries at Grocery Mart. This week, your favorite cereal is on sale for 4 boxes for $10. At Food Market, where you typically shop, the same size cereal box is $2.25. What's the unit price at Grocery Mart? Okay, this time we're going to go by count. At Grocery Mart, We've got 4 boxes at $10. So we'll take our 10 and we're going to divide it by our count of 4 boxes, and that's going to give us $2.50 per box. Well, at Food Market, we see that it costs just $2.25 per box. We actually don't need to do any math here. We already have our unit price because we are comparing by numbers of boxes. So that's $2.25 per box as well. I'm sorry, not as well. It's different than the $2.50. Okay, based on the price, which is a better value? How much more expensive is the one compared to the other? Well, you can see right away that Food Market's going to have the better value, but let's find out how much more expensive the Grocer Mart box is. If I take $2.50 and divide it by $2.25, and then I'm going to take that amount, that's going to give me 1.111. I'm going to subtract 1 from that, and that gives me 0.111. Now I need to multiply that by 100, and that comes out to be 11.1%. So it is Grocer Mart is 11.1% more expensive than Food Market. All right, guys, here's our final example for today. We've got a family that finds it costs around $223 to shop for groceries at the local supermarket. And then it costs $189 for the same items at a local big box store like your Walmarts or Aldi's or maybe Meijer's or Sam's Club. There you go. Compare the cost of shopping at these two stores by finding the percent difference. Okay, we're going to take our more expensive items, that's the higher cost of $223, and we're going to divide it by the lower cost of $189. That's going to give us, from that, that's going to give us 1.1798. I'm going to go out 4 decimals here. You'll see why here in just a second. Now we got to subtract 1 from that, and that gives us 0.1798 as well. We got to multiply that by 100 now, and that's going to give us 17.98%. All right, that is approximately 18%. If I look out here to 2 decimals, that's just going to round up. 18% more expensive to shop at their local grocery store. And again, who wants to pay 18% more for their groceries? Alrighty, guys, that's all for your notes. Good luck on your crunch the numbers.